Anniversary?
So it's day one. It is Mother's Day. We finished work yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
My name is Michael,
Yeah.
and this is Laura, and you'll probably get to meet Marshall over the next couple of videos as well. So we're going to be kind of going on lockdown soon, don't we think?
Yeah. So it's Sunday the 22nd of March, and we officially had our first day today because we finished work yesterday due to government guidelines. We haven't officially been put on lockdown yet, but we are just in limbo land waiting to see what happens.
I know that when Boris came on the TV earlier, he's isolated, telling people over a certain age and with certain medical things that they have to not come out of the house no more, which is a bit of a worry. My mum's got COPD stage three,
Four.
stage 4, so she's really poorly. So she's not allowed to leave the house no more.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to visit her. No one's allowed to visit her. 'Cause I think my niece, she's self-isolating because she got a bit of a sniffle, and so she's all worried and things like this. And my sister has moved in with her dad because he's got cancer. He's already on like a 3 months kind of thing, so it's a bit of a worry because mum and the mum's going to have like carers going in and stuff like this. Mother's Day, a day, it's a bit surreal, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been weird as Mother's Day. Normally you see everyone and we haven't seen anyone. I mean, I have all my grandparents and they don't do internet and all that, so you can't FaceTime. You can text and phone, but when you're used to seeing people, it's weird and you can't see anyone. So the whole situation's weird and nerve-wracking and a bit crazy. We feel like we're all right because we're just in the normal group of no underlying conditions and sort of the middle-aged group where the same we're not at high risk or anything, but obviously we have kids and you feel like you have to just do everything the same, but what's right and what's enough.
The problem is as well, all this fake news. I know.
Yeah, it's all
if you look
muddled.
on Facebook and things like this, it's saying that someone that was aged just 41 has died of this coronavirus, and they're saying that the percentages in England here, where we've got big death rates in opposed to China and Italy, and you're like, is that fake news? Is it real news? We just don't know. They're also saying that people should be like walking, a couple of metres apart and that, but they're letting people still go out, and so everyone hit the beaches, and Whitby was apparently jam-packed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so
they're on about closing all national parks and beaches, which if they're going to close everything, then we might as well all be on lockdown, and then surely we can police it better, but we're not professionals or scientists. We don't know what's what.
No.
But yeah, so it's just been a surreal day. Lovely with the fam, but
Yeah.
obviously you just hope that everyone's better, and different for next year. But
I know tomorrow, or today, so Laura, she got a present and that this morning, which was a bit of a whammy really, because I ordered some cakes, a bouquet of cakes, muffin ones, and a tray of cakes, and I thought, oh, that'd be lovely then for Mother's Day. And then yesterday, I haven't heard from this baker's place. Is this even going to come? So I spoke to my son, and we went and rebought more gifts. So she had lots of gifts for Mother's Day this year. In comparison, it was like, oh, is it Christmas?
Yeah.
So that was nice for her, I suppose. But then you think of all the rubbish. We couldn't go out for dinner or really end up with a drive-through McDonald's, and they forgot the sauce. Sacrilege. So tomorrow, Laura's and myself are going to go and get some shopping if there's anything left, because of course, as you've probably heard, all the shells and stuff. I haven't been to the supermarket, but Laura's
he hasn't been
there.
At all.
She said that
He's going to get a shock when he goes, because I've been trying to do the weekly shop, and the whole fighting for one bog roll is ridiculous. But yeah, so we're going to try and get like some last minute things so you don't have to go out again. But
for at least a week and a bit.
But obviously, being just normal hand to mouth family, we don't get paid, so you can't panic buy or bulk buy like everyone has done, and So it'll be a bit different to go again tomorrow and see what is even available, because we're kind of like that weird situation where you don't have any money to be prepared, but they tell you to be prepared, but then they don't want you to be prepared because they don't want you to buy anything. No. But if we got put on lockdown, like it's been proven in China and Italy, then there's time to replenish the shops, and they're still delivering food and there's still plenty of food. But the mass chaos is just causing it to be stupid. And if we were on lockdown, we'd be in a better health position, surely, and a better food position, because we're ending up being, on the, well, not the breadline, because that's not the right sentence, but, that poverty border where you don't know what you're eating next, and you don't know what your next 3 days worth of meals are, because you couldn't get the meat or the sauce that goes with those 2 dinners or whatever, so you couldn't. And especially with things like ours has only been about 2.5 weeks or something since our panic buying started. And personally, I only drink red milk, and I haven't got a pint of red milk since it started.
Bread.
Nothing whatsoever. And, I know people would say, oh, change your taste. But at the end of the day, if people weren't silly, you wouldn't have this issue, because there's plenty to have. But, people are queuing outside supermarkets at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Obviously, doing the job I do, I start early, so you were seeing people queuing all this last week to wait and to get outside of shops, and then obviously now they're putting the measures in for people, NHS workers, fair enough, elderly, fair enough, and it's knocking everyone's times back and back and back. So now general public can't enter supermarkets till 10 o'clock. Well, which is absolutely fine if there's enough still to go around.
And not stockpiling it, yeah.
And I think there should have been stronger things from the start, that people shouldn't have been allowed to it, and that's the underlying greed of the situation. But that's a different issue, isn't it? So, but anyway.
Speaking of the greed and stuff, and I've had some nightmares of, like corner shops and that, boosting the toilet roll up to £6 rather than £1.50, and putting the prices up on the crisps and stuff like this. I bet the people that deliver the food as well, when I went to McDonald's for our tea, the drive-through, the amount of people that are getting extra cash, to do those. Did somebody say just eat? There's loads of them just going in and out, all getting the bags and getting in the cars and driving about. So I think that's quite nice, isn't it? To see that, they're trying to do something to help and maybe make some money, because I know some people are probably off, and we are only getting 80% of our wages, and because that's superhero Boris, because we thought we were going to get Nishi, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the people that were on the door are going to get a bit of extra cash as well to top them up. So we're in a good place.
We're
really
taking it as a positive.
Yeah.
We're taking the 20% drop as a pause on everything, and you hope that anything you get enough to keep the roof over your head and feed your kids, but we'll wait till payday rolls round next month and see what even happens. But no, it's been promised, and the measures are supposed to be in place by this next week and before April. But it's just one of them things where you kind of, it's like having your Christmas list and thinking, oh, am I gonna get it? It's that one, because money makes the world go around, and you can't stop the bills from coming, even though the world's gone crazy. But we can't change any of that. So hopefully it all pans out and we can get things under control sooner rather than later. But personally, for me, as a mother and a wife, and with the job situation, I'd rather we went into lockdown and everyone stayed safer than they are now, because like we said, you know, people are treating it as an early bank holiday or something, and the beach is packed and the parks are packed, and I mean, there's a queue on the news of about 40 people in an ice cream van queue, and you just think, and they're not, certainly weren't 2 metres apart.
Pushing in.
They're, you know, so personally, I would rather it came into play sooner rather than later. I mean, there was, on the briefing at tea time, there was talk of, you know, 1.5 million people getting told to isolate for 12 weeks due to medical conditions. So maybe once they've sorted that out in a couple of days, we'll end up with a general wide lockdown for everyone.
It's definitely coming.
But we're just in that bracket, like I say, of the normal middle of the road people that aren't the immediate or aren't in danger as such. That we're in the limbo land of the middle with everyone else that's not poorly so far, but we can just wait and see what tomorrow brings.
Moving forward to tomorrow, I know my wife, she's got like this Lego set upstairs, a friend's one. It's got billions of pieces, so that's like going to be an isolation task. I've got colouring books, and it's our general aim, you know, to keep moving. So we're going to aim to do 10,000 steps a day and make the boy move, and also because he's not at school, do a little bit of learning during the day of some sort. Oh, that's another bummer as well for our kid, isn't he?
The school is being a hard one. Obviously, the measures before the end of work measures was the school measures, and our son's 15, turning 16, so he would have been doing his GCSEs, and obviously it's all been cancelled, which I can understand is for the greater good and everything, but I know it's been a killer that he hasn't had a prom, and he won't get the grades that he could have got and would have deserved, you know, so that's been a kick in the teeth, really, and it kind of puts him in even more of a limbo that you say, well, when do they go to college? When can they decide what they're going to do for college?
It's all so uncertain, isn't it?
We don't know anything about the future as such, because they're promising things with exams and results and stuff. But, you know, I mean, he'd be fine with whatever he does. He kind of has an idea, which most kids at that age will have an idea. But that you just want them to have that experience of finishing school and finishing everything we did.
We were pleased, weren't we? Because one of the teachers, she went out and she bought them all white shirts, and they all got it signed. And he came in and she was all filling up. And I said, I was just so pleased. I mean, but they didn't do all the pranks that they normally would do, you know, like set the fire alarms or wreak havoc your last day. There was none of that.
You're old. You don't do that anymore.
You don't do that no more. We did.
I didn't. But he got a touch of the last day, like, you know, that thing but it was the realisation of waking up on Friday gone and saying that this is the last time you'll be in the school ever, the last time you see all the teachers, the last time you'll see a good chunk of your friends, and a few of his friends were already off.
So poorly or whatever.
In isolation. So they don't get any of it anyway. But yeah.
So it's a bit rough on the old Burn. Obviously, so we're just going to try and make it just nice for him here. We're getting him involved with stuff and that.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so obviously the plan is to be to try and fill the days as if he was at school. You know, with the whole, we're quite old school people anyway.
Yeah.
Of the fact that, you know, normally they wouldn't be sat on a computer for 6 hours a day. So
as much as he'd love to.
As much as he'd like to, yeah. You know, we're treating it as a 9-to-5 job this next. I mean, we've been told 8 weeks for our job, but, you know, it's looking like 12 at the minimum at the moment. And then we don't know how precautions are going to change on that. But currently, as in today being the first day of no work, and I mean, for people that work 6 days a week, it's a bit of a crazy one. So I think tomorrow it'll kick in more.
It's going to dawn on us tomorrow.
Yeah, because we have to wake up in the morning and start what will be our new routine.
It'll be a late start for us as well, going shopping and stuff, because usually we just get up and go out.
Yeah, I mean, I get up at like just after 6 near enough every day, so you know, it'll be a bit of a strange one to change the routine, but we have every hope and plan to try and keep on track and not go crazy with the isolation and the situation. So we'll have to let you know how we get on.
Yeah, I think you know, for me, going into this, I know it might be the wrong word, but I feel a bit excited, you know, to be just with the fam and just, you know, just doing stuff. I mean, the only thing that I think we have to worry about now is not getting this horrible virus. Whereas before it was all, oh God, money, what we're going to do? We're going to pay the rent, we're going to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So,
and
Boris has sorted
it has, yeah, but
we think he has.
It wasn't, obviously you immediately think about your bills and you think about how you're going to live hand to mouth and how you're going to pay everyone and feed everyone and keep the lights on. But with the way the virus is spreading and everything and things can't be contained, it kind of takes a more precedent especially when you have the time to think about it. Whereas when, obviously, like we say, we were still up at work until yesterday. So then when we have the time and obviously as from today, we will have the time to think about it, and all the fake news and all the normal news, you kind of can't get away from it, which is, you know, fair enough, you want to be informed, but I think the best thing is
the fake news is a stressful news, isn't
yeah,
it? It's like, really?
The virus is a stress now, you know, and you just try and keep on top of it and think and listen to what they're saying. And obviously we yes, we're sitting next to each other, but they have told you the people you live with, you're allowed
sleeping next to you as well, though,
people you live with, you're allowed to sit next to, but with regards to
strangers,
the rules,
yeah,
you know, we're obviously gonna adhere to them. Like we say, after tomorrow,
safe distancing.
We won't be going out unless absolutely necessary after tomorrow. You know, for like it'll literally be a once a week or whatever for a shop, and then we'll see how we go. But with regards to parents and grandparents and things, obviously mine have been in isolation for over a week, so I haven't seen them for that long. Barren once, and I had to drop presents on the doorstep and then stand out the gate.
And we're doing this again tomorrow with your grandma, aren't we?
So I've got we'll have one last visit tomorrow, but it's like literally for 2 minutes because they're not allowed to be near us, and then that'll be it for God knows how long. So we'll have to see how that takes a toll on people, you know, because that's how it's going to be. That's the new normal. It's supposed to be, isn't it? And I get that that's safe for everyone, but when you're used to seeing people for, you know, X amount of days a week,
yeah,
you know, it's all a bit weird.
It's worrying because I know my son's in the army and my daughter's a mental health care nurse, and so they're in the thick of it because we just work in the bingo. We just have to go home, and so that's a bit of a worry as well.
Yeah, it's like we kind of have like a finger in every pie going. Someone in the army and someone who works with care work, and then, you know, ill people, and then old people, and then babies, and you know, and like I say, with the normal ones in the middle of it. But you know, with regards to the medical side of it, we don't tick any of the boxes as such, but we've got pretty much one of everyone on the list going, you know. Yeah. So overall, it just is a lot of worry and a lot of stress and a lot of drain on your mental health. And for people that, you know, were normally really positive people and, you know, life and soul, if you like, and they've got I think it's going to be a trying time. But like you say, back in that old-fashioned stiff upper stiff British.
Stiff upper lip or something, innit?
Yeah, that.
We are British. We can do this.
Yeah, we can have that wartime spirit and attitude and try and
make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
We'll find a silver line of some fun in it all, and we will see what happens tomorrow.
Yes.
Do you wink?
No.
I'll get her a wink on this camera.
The wink is ridiculous.
It's funny, she can't do that.
I can't wink.
She gets her teeth out and everything. It's hilarious.
No.
Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.